Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing something different, okay? So this is based on if you live with someone or if you're deciding to move in a roommate or a boyfriend, girlfriend, stuff like that. These are some of the things that you would want to consider. I have a lot of experience with living with various people, family, boyfriends, things like that. So I just want you guys to kind of understand what you might be getting yourself into before you decide to, put yourself in that situation. So the first thing you want to think about when you're about to move in with someone is, do they clean up behind themselves? Like, do they wash their hands? Do they throw their clothes on the floor? Do they do their own laundry? Stuff like that. Are they clean overall? Because if you decide to deal with someone or have someone in your home and you have a roommate or a boyfriend or girlfriend and they don't decide to clean up behind themselves, it could be pretty messy. And if you're a person that's really clean like me, you're going to be frustrated. I feel like I have OCD sometimes. I feel like things need to be a certain way. I feel like things should smell a certain way, especially because if you're an adult, we like cleanliness. So that is one thing that I feel like is really important. Another thing that I feel like is important is the time for the morning. Like, if you are a morning person and they're a night person, like they don't like getting up in the morning, that's something that you could definitely communicate with them and try to figure out, like, am I too loud? Or if you have a job early in the morning, like, am I too loud getting up? You don't want to disturb them being asleep. And if you are a person that likes to sleep in the morning, or if you don't have a job early in the morning, then you want to also, let them know and communicate those things with them so that they can understand that, listen, I get up in the morning. I don't want to be woke up by noise or, any type of disturbances, stuff like that. I think communication when you have a roommate or if you have a family member over that's sleeping over or anything like that, I think communication goes a long way. So I think it's really important that people, if you are, trying to either get a roommate or have a boyfriend or girlfriend live with you, very important, because, they might not want to be bothered, stuff like that, or they got to get up for work. Another thing that's really, really important if you decide to share your household with anyone. So chores and bills. Will they be 50-50 split, or will it be one person pays all the bills, one person do all the chores? I'm more of a 50-50 person. Like, I feel like, okay, well, you do some of the chores, I do some of the chores, I pay some of the bills, you pay some of the bills, 50-50, right? Some people don't really like that, those type of thoughts of having to pay all of the bills and do all of the chores. It's whatever works for you, but I think that people should have understanding, or even like a chart on the wall might even work. Like, okay, well, I did this week, can you do that this week? Or if I cook, can you clean, the dishes for me, stuff like that. Especially with couples, that's really important for, just to have that, organization. Just to have the organization is really, it's really important. We don't want arguments. And I feel like a lot of arguments come from not knowing, or a person being in a situation, especially couples, with not knowing or not having, like, okay, well, I'm paying all the bills. What are you going to do? Are you going to clean? Are you going to just leave the house like this? Who's going to cook? Am I cooking? Are you cooking? What are we eating tonight? Stuff like that. Those type of things go a long way, especially in a relationship. And I feel like, to be honest, if I was to say, if you had a choice to not share a house or an apartment with your significant other, you shouldn't do it because of space. That's another thing that come into play when it comes to being with a person and living with a person, because you want your space. You don't want to be bothered all the time. And some people have homes where they have basements and they have their man cave, and the female might have her room, stuff like that. But I think space is also another factor, and where it comes to, like, can you leave me alone? Can I just have time to think to myself? And that's why, having a life outside of a relationship is also important, which is a whole nother conversation. but I think people should just know when to like not be so clingy towards their significant other. It's really important, you guys. So I just wanted to share these thoughts with you guys, just to let you know that, you know, it's other people that have been through these situations. I'm just trying to give the best advice that I can give to people, because it can become detrimental to your relationship or friendship or whatever. It could just be horrible. Like if you don't have things set up where it's you know, organized and conversated about or conversed about, it's going to turn into drama. And who wants drama in their home, right? Who wants drama in their household where they're living, where it's supposed to be peaceful? And another thing is too, as well, is if you are sharing a apartment or a place with someone, or you decide to get a roommate, like who are you bringing over? Like, you know, do they still, stuff like that. It's a lot of things that I think come into play when you're sharing something with another person. I think people should be mindful of who they bring in their house, and it's just really important. So you guys, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I hope you guys subscribe to my channel, and that's all I have for today.